Hi there, it's Councillor Glen, and this morning I'm in Jackson Trails. This is the wetland area in Jackson Trails. It's a cattail marsh, and it's a great place to explore on this beautiful Saturday. Lots of pathways around the wetland area and around the stormwater management pond. You can access it on that side from Overland Drive, which is just off Kimpton, or from that side from Pioneer Plains Park, which is on Stittsville Main Street at Kimpton. And isn't it nice to be able to breathe a little easier today after all of the smoke and pollution we've had from wildfires over the past few days. I also wanted to come here because it is one of our wetlands in Stittsville, and I wanted to mention a great meeting that we had on Thursday evening. We had about 80 residents out, and guest speaker Janet Savinga, former city councillor and former mayor of Goulburn Township. Great discussion about wetlands, some of the history in Stittsville around wetlands and development, some wins, some losses, and I guess we're really trying to bring residents up to speed with some recent changes to provincial legislation, some recent decisions that I think are negatively affecting our natural areas just west of Stittsville in particular. And we wanted to get residents informed about it, interested, and hopefully engaged in some advocacy. So we're going to be posting a summary of that meeting early next week, and we'll share that out. But thanks to everybody who attended, and thanks for all your feedback on that. A busy week here in the community and at City Hall. Really happy to meet on, I think it was Monday, was it Monday or Tuesday? Anyways, I met with Chief Joe McLaughlin. He's the new chief over at Station 81, the district chief for the for this area, and we were just an introductory meeting because he's just started. And wouldn't you know it, later on that afternoon, there was a serious fire just outside of Stittsville on Poplarwood Drive. That's off of Fluellen, but it's just south of the boundary with Stittsville. And our thoughts are with the family. They've lost their home, sadly, but also a big thank you to our firefighters and first responders who were able to respond very quickly to that fire. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured. This week at Planning Committee, we had 5618 Hazeldean Road back on the agenda. This is the Minto's Abbott's Run project, and I've talked about this one before. The original version of their plan had no retail at the corner of Robert Grant and Abbott. That was a big concern for me, and pleased to report that they have now carved out an area where we can have local retail in the heart of the Fernbank community. This is good, and it'll be coming back again in phase 2 with the specific zoning on that. So some good news, and then that'll be going again to council on Wednesday. Here locally, our parks teams and public works teams have started to spray for wild parsnip. So you might have seen some signs going up. Anytime they do spraying, they put signs up to notify people of that treatment. And please be aware and look out for that wild parsnip in our community. I'm near Pioneer Plains Park, and there's some new signage that went up on Monday on some new proposals around adding some off-leash hours for dogs in the early morning, and we're looking for your feedback on that. So check out the signs at Pioneer Plains Park, or you can see a version on my website, glengower.ca, and you can see an email and phone number for a bylaw officer, and they are looking for your feedback on whether or not we should change some of the hours and add some off-leash time. We also had a hydro outage, a power outage in Stittsville on Thursday. At the peak, 5,500 customers without power in Stittsville and surrounding areas. That's a lot of people to be without power. I just want to remind folks, when there is a power outage, the best place for updates is hydroottawa.ca. You can go to their website, or they have an app that you can download for your phone, and that's where we get our information about estimated restoration times, about causes of the outage, and so on. So a really good resource there. If there's a power outage, you can check that out for estimated restoration dates and see how widespread that power outage might be. The big news at City Hall this week was around the solid waste master plan, and in particular the pay-as-you-throw or bag tag garbage proposal. And after several hours of discussion, basically the committee ended with no decision. So what that means is procedurally, the recommendations from staff now go to council for debate and discussion. And there were a number of alternate proposals that were thrown around there, but none of them could get a majority of votes from the committee. So we'll go to council on Wednesday. It'll be a long discussion, I'm sure. I guess one thing, I was following the meeting, and one thing that is clear is, looks like there's consensus and agreement we need to reduce the limit on garbage bags. Right now, bi-weekly pickup is a 6-bag limit. So whether that's a 2 or 3 or 4 bag, it looks like, you know, that's something that at least there's a range of a new limit that people can agree on. It's the mechanics of the bag tags themselves. I think that's really the hang up. So we'll have more discussion on Wednesday. The other stat that just, you know, keeps coming up right now, 58% of the waste that ends up in the landfill could be recycled or could go into the green bin, and that's ultimately what we're trying to address with these new policies. So stay tuned. Let's move to upcoming events. We've got some exciting events coming up in our community. Next Saturday, June 17th, is our annual Welcome to Stittsville Multicultural Festival. Super excited about this. We've got close to 50 participants, organizations, community groups, and so on, representing cultures from all around the world. And I know we've started to post some of the lineups on Facebook and on Instagram, so check that out. It's from noon to 4 at Village Square Park. That's at Abbott and Stittsville Main Street. Really hope you can drop by and check out all of the great cultural. You know, we'll have music, we'll have dance, we'll have food, we'll have fashion, sports from all around the world. So check that out. And we are looking for volunteers. So if you'd like to help out, please email me, glengower@ottawa.ca. And then right after that, on June 20th, we're going to welcome Collinda Joseph as our next guest in the Councillor Speaker Series. Collinda is a wheelchair curling athlete. She's competed at the Olympics and at the World Championships, and she has a great story to share, so hope you can come to that. We have a registration. It's free, and you can go to my website, glengower.ca, to register. Also, a new thing on the website, go to glengower.ca/events, and you can see our big event listing of upcoming community events, including on June 22nd, the Front Porch Concert Series. This is one of my favorite events. All over Stittsville, you will see in the early evening Front Porch concerts. It's pretty cool. So check that out at glengower.ca/events. And last thing, 2 reminders. It's about for drivers. One is about speeding. Please follow the posted limits and slow down in our community. And if you're a resident and you see unsafe driving, please report it to glengower.ca. No, please report it to ottawapolice.ca/report. And about parking. If you're a driver, please follow the no parking and no stopping signs around schools and near parks. It's not there to inconvenience you. It's there for the safety of kids and for the community. And I mentioned parks because we're back into soccer season and baseball season, and there's often posted no parking signage near parks. So please make sure that you're following those rules. Bylaw does get out and does give out tickets, and that's not a nice way to end your night. That's it for me. I hope you get a chance to get outside on this beautiful day, explore your community, and I'll see you here next week. Take care.